Good morning, everyone. Welcome on into North Dakota today. Have you ever wondered who's behind those enchanting Airbnb stays that feel like you're home away from home? From coast to coast, Airbnb has just revealed its list of the most hospitable hosts in every state. Joining us this morning to talk about that and share her experience being an Airbnb host is Alabama's most hospitable herself, Rachel Clark. Good morning. Hey, hopefully you can hear me there. I was just going to add what an incredible title you have bestowed upon you. How's that feel?
Yeah, it's kind of funny, isn't it? I didn't have any idea this would happen. It was very happenstance.
Well, congratulations. We're so glad you could come on this morning and tell us about how you got started and what this all means.
Well, thank you so much. Yeah, I kind of fell into it. First of all, I want to say we haven't had a guest from North Dakota, so I hope that maybe you or somebody watching will be our first host from there. I fell into it because we bought a little farm here in Fairhope, Alabama, and we had a cottage and a horse barn on it, and we had to renovate the cottage. So we stayed in the loft of the barn while the cottage was getting renovated. And then when it was ready, after living over the barn, I realized I didn't want to live over there a little far away from my horses because I loved waking up to the nickering and hearing them under me, and then being able to go down and check on them if there was a problem. So we had to decide what we were going to do with the cottage. And so we decided we would try Airbnb. And since we've gotten so many amazing guests, and Airbnb was so easy to work with and help us along the way, for me to get this great award and to be able to share all over the place, and even in North Dakota, which I can't believe, that I won this award, and I appreciate it, and thank you so much for having me.
Of course. Yes, congratulations again. As you were chatting, we got to see some of the photos of the renovations, and it just looks so idyllic, especially with the ranch and the horses you were describing. So obviously not everyone sets out to necessarily be Airbnb's top host of the state. So when you really got started, what was that like for you personally?
Well, at first it was kind of strange, and I can't say that I didn't think, oh gosh, I'm going to have strangers staying here on my farm, and I had friends that have really fancy horse farms and other farms, and they said, why do you want people staying with you there? And I thought about it, but then when we started getting guests coming from all over the world, I mean, we've had people from Europe, from China, from everywhere. We had some guests that come from Maine, and they drive, which is like 3 days for them, and they stay for 2 weeks, and during the winter, which I'm sure all your people from North Dakota would love to be here in the winter and not be up there because the weather's really nice here. So yeah, I think that it's just been a really amazing journey, and like I said, getting to know the people that stay here changed my mind of the thought of having strangers here, because they start out being a stranger, but when they leave, they turn into friends. Some of them, people that we've come back time and time again, and who send me texts, regularly. I find out when they have babies, or they're going to have babies, or they're going to have an anniversary, or they're getting married, or they want to get engaged here. It's just been a really wonderful journey, and not what I expected.
I love that. So it creates its own sense of community. I know when I've stayed at Airbnbs, I love to see the guest book and to be able to sign and then kind of peruse.
Too. Yeah, I don't know where it is. I have some beautiful artwork in mine that we've had people stay with us that are really talented artists, and they'll draw a picture of the farm in it, and it looks amazing. And they even get the cat in the picture. It's a great experience, and I love having people that find some peace and reconnect with nature and just love it here like I do. That's what makes it wonderful.
I love that. I'm so glad we could talk about this morning. Do you have any tips, though, for aspiring hosts? Of course, we know how wonderful it is to stay as a guest at an Airbnb, but what would you suggest for people just getting started as finally listing their property as a host?
Well, I think there's a couple things. One of them is that you really have to love people and enjoy talking to them, spending time with them and finding out about them, so you can kind of guide them in the direction of things to do in the area that are special to you in your area. I think you have to have really good people around you. My best friend had to come today, Helen, and take care of my horses for me because I had to do all these interviews. And so it's good to have a really good friend. And then I have someone to help you sometimes to clean if you don't feel well or something. You know, it's hard to do everything. So Danielle comes and helps me. And I think probably just getting out there yourself to see in your area all the unique things it has to offer so that when people do come, even if they're stopping over, they can get out and enjoy life and have great memories, because that's something nobody can take away from you.
How beautifully said. Where can we go for any more information this morning?
Yeah, Airbnb is a great world. So go to airbnb.com to get any of your hosting information or find out other Airbnbs maybe in your area. And to reach me, do a booking at my place. I have a 2-bedroom, 1-bath cottage. That's where we are right now. And I also have 3 vintage Airstreams, and they're really beautiful. They have their own outdoor areas, and you can have a glamping experience here. That's stayinfairhope.com. And maybe you'd like to come, Ashlyn?
Yes, sign me up. I'm ready to roll, especially in winter, as you mentioned.
Come on. Yeah, come down. Hop on a plane and come down and put your toes in the sand and
okay, I'm on my way.
Cold weather.
Rachel, thank you so much for joining us this morning. I wish you nothing but the best of luck and congratulations on your title.
Thank you so much, and thanks for reaching out all the way from North Dakota. I appreciate it.
Yep, happy to have you. All right, everybody, stick around at home. We have plenty more coming up right here in North Dakota today.